There is no secret to writing. You just write a lot. That's the way you become a better writer. There is no like, oh, well, if you do it this way.
So we had a 3-day-long writing residency with the writer Sam Quinones, who is a national bestseller for Dreamland. And we started off the morning with a campus-wide writing workshop for both faculty, students, staff, alumni, community members. Everyone came together, and Sam talked about writing and about different techniques he uses as a reporter, as a writer, as a researcher, and the techniques he used to put together the book. Then this afternoon we had a workshop with my advanced creative nonfiction class, which we also call Something to Write About. And in that class, we were able to kind of talk about higher level nonfiction narrative techniques.
I have found since I began writing books 15 years ago that speaking to students is oftentimes a very exhilarating, kind of helpful way for me as a storyteller and as a journalist to understand what people find interesting, what bores them, what doesn't bore them, what excites them, that kind of thing. So whenever I get an invitation to a university, I'm pretty disposed to go if I can make it.
And now they're bringing it back, and they're not letting them spoil.
It's very educational. Sam was very down to earth, which was really refreshing. I didn't feel like I was being taught anything. I felt like I was listening to really fun stories.
2-story concrete popsicle in the middle of the town. Nobody told me. Hey,
Dreamland is just an amazingly written book. So whenever we have a writer on campus who has written something very good, it inspires both faculty and students to say, oh, a human being wrote this. This is not some god from up in the clouds who, wrote this perfect nonfiction book. This person exists right here, and I can ask him or her questions about how he did this.
I do two things. I write books, but I also do lots of writing, coaching, and instructing. And the university seems very intent on being a bigger part of the community than maybe some universities typically are. There's this myth in writing that you should write about what you know. And I don't believe that. You should write about what you don't know, but that you're going to find all about.
Those are things that are crucial, I think, for beginning writers and even advanced writers to keep in mind, because writing can be really dispiriting. And it's hard to keep your confidence. So knowing that he went through that and ended up with this gorgeous book, I think really helps our department as a whole.
This man has made a living off of it, and not just as a reporter, but as a writer and as a historian. And I think that's very, very effective to show what it is that people want to do and that it's doable.
That's about the only.
I would love to see more of this in KP's future. Especially specific to certain majors, I think that would be really beneficial. If this was a regular thing, I think it would really, really help the students learn more about how the real world is.
Dreamland is so pertinent to what's going on now, and we don't always get to have writers who are quite pertinent to what's going on at this point. So it's really good to have somebody who we can talk to, who we can all kind of relate to in some way. And I don't know if we get that enough, but I'd like to see that more.